The firstborn son of Constantine of Greece rises to head of the Greek royal house after the death of his father. Married since 1995 to billionaire Marie Chantal Miller, with whom he lives in New York, both have been crowned kings of the halls of the international elite for their life of luxury and spectacular parties. He was born crown prince, but he will never be king. Unlike his father, the last king of the Greeks, Constantine II, who died in Athens on Tuesday, January 10, at the age of 82, Paul of Greece, 55, never showed any interest in regaining the throne. Born on May 20, 1967 in Athens, Paul of Greece, who with the death of his father has become the new head of the Greek royal house, only lived 2 years in his country of origin. In an unstable Greece, his father's reign was engulfed by the political crisis and the military coup d'état of April 21, 1967. Only months later, in December 1967, Constantine attempted what became known as antikinema, a counter-coup with the support of members of the royal family and the prime minister. He failed and had to leave the country. First they lived in Rome, then in London. Paul of Greece grew up as the son of an exiled king in England, beginning his studies at a prestigious Greek school in London. It was in his childhood that his friendship with his first cousin, King Philip VI, was forged. His father, Constantine of Greece, and his aunt, Queen Sophia, always had a close relationship and, for years, their routine was to celebrate Christmas together in La Zarzuela, New Year's Eve in Baqueira Beret and summer in Majorca. It is natural that Felipe de Bourbon and Pablo de Grecia made good friends, since they were only a year apart in age and both shared common interests. They both received an almost parallel school and military education, which would later lead them to coincide at Georgetown University, in Washington, between 1993 and 1995, where they studied a master's degree in international relations. In the United States, the two heirs shared an apartment near the university campus and, as the Chilean journalist and personal friend of the king, Monica Perez, told us, that was a time when the young people could enjoy the freedom granted by anonymity, being able to ride a bicycle around the city or eat hamburgers without anyone approaching them. It was at this time that Paul of Greece met Marie Chantal Miller, whom he would marry in 1995. It is said that Robert Miller and his wife Maria Clara Chantal Pesantez hired a marriage consultant to find a husband for their 3 daughters, Pia Christina, Marie Chantal and Alexandra Natasha, born, respectively, in 1966, 1968 and 1972. Co-founder of the giant duty-free Shoppers, the airport retail chain, and with a fortune that some estimate at $1.5 billion, Miller wanted his heiresses not only to enjoy a life of luxury, but also to be received by international society. And she did. In 1992, Pia Christina married Christopher R. Getty, grandson of the founder of Getty Oil. Alexandra married Alexander von Furstenberg, son of designer and businesswoman Diane von Furstenberg and Prince Egon von Furstenberg, in 1995, and became Princess Furstenberg. And Marie Chantal married Paul of Greece. They met in 1992, at the birthday party that Greek shipowner Stavros Niarchos had organized for his son Philip in New Orleans, to which they were both invited and designated to sit next to each other. Whether it was a crush, a passion or a skillfully orchestrated meeting, the fact is that the son of Constantine of Greece and Anne-Marie of Denmark and the middle daughter of an American tycoon married in London in 1995. The ceremony was attended by 1,300 guests, and not since the wedding of Elizabeth II have so many royal heads been counted at such an event. Dressed by Valentino, a family friend, in a hand-embroidered gown that took months of craftsmanship and is part of fashion history, Marie Chantal began an impeccable reign as a style icon at high society gatherings around the world. The union between Paul of Greece and Marie Chantal almost changed the course of the Spanish monarchy, since it was precisely she who introduced the then Prince of Asturias to one of her close friends, the American model Gigi Howard, with whom Felipe de Bourbon had a brief relationship in 1995. The then prince of the overthrown Greek monarchy and the daughter of the founder of the duty-frees established their newlywed residence in the British capital, settled in the exclusive neighborhood of Chelsea. They are the parents of 5 children. Maria Olympia, the eldest, is 26, followed by Constantine Alexios, 24, Achilles Andreas, 22, Odysseus Kimon, 18, and Aristides Stavros, the youngest, 14. In 2017, when her older children decided to study in the U.S., the family moved into a mansion in New York City. Owner of a children's clothing brand. Author of Manners Begin at Breakfast. Wife and mother of 5. Nothing would distinguish the bio that can be read on Marie-Chantal de Greece's Instagram profile from that of any other lifestyle influencer that surfaces on the social network of appearances. Neither would the content she shares, elegant and copious dinners in the company of friends, idyllic family vacations on the shores of Greek seas, wedding and beauty signature events, walks in New York, portraits of her children or everyday scenes in stunning apartments. Since moving to the Big Apple, Paul of Greece and Marie-Chantal lead a quiet life, sprinkled with dinners and events surrounded by socialites. She lives focused on her children's fashion label and he works in banking. Halfway between royalty and the jet set, the couple can boast friendships as varied as those who attended Paul's lavish 50th birthday party at the family's estate in the Cotswolds, north of London, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, heir to the throne Haakon of Norway and his wife, Princess Metamarit, Rosario Nadal, Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, designer Valentino and his partner, Giancarlo Giametti, Poppy Delevingne, Eugenie Niarchos and Paris and Nikki Hilton, to name a few. In those gardens coincided, in the distance, Felipe VI and his brother-in-law Inaki Erdangren. Don Felipe attended the event alone. Donna Letizia preferred to stay with her daughters. Since her departure to New York, the relationship between the first cousins seems to have cooled, although it continues to be affable. That of Queen Letizia and the Queen of High Society, Marie-Chantal, is non-existent since the latter criticized her cousin-in-law after Donna Letizia's clash with Queen Sofia at the 2018 Easter Mass held in Palma and which was captured by the media.